Art, freedom, and creativity will change society faster than politics. Welcome to Unleashing Human Potential, an Incite production. Sisters and brothers, it is a pleasure to be here with you. My name is Chris Hampton, and I'll be your host for this program. This is an open letter and message to Daniel Larimer, Bill Ottman, Andrew Torba, and all open networks and influencers, and you listening. Our title: A universal, uncensorable, and unstoppable answer to evil, and freedom unleashed. Firstly, to Daniel Larimer, Bill Ottman, Andrew Torba, and all open and open-source networks and influencers, plus all you thousands upon thousands of Linux pioneers and blockchain heroes. The world applauds your work in ever-growing numbers, as does the hunger for freedom in us all. In all seriousness, however, blood may not have been shed yet in a truly global sense, but the battle for freedom is intensifying, and everyone can feel, consciously or not, and understand in the same way the growing danger of global war, or worse, inhuman global catastrophe and culling at the hands of psychopathic elite. Using innovation and words, we can save ourselves, or violence is the only other path, not only horrifying and needless. A violent road is also much more unlikely indeed to yield a freer world and a brighter future. For innovation and words to work, they also demand the true heart of our solution. This central, beating heart of our potential is simple, yet can certainly seem impossible. We must work together, united. The whole world must come together. What can do this? What can possibly bring us all together before it's too late? We, not as an Incite, or me, but we, as a worldwide community, already have the answer. Given the enormous, bigger than any other topic in the world context of what we're talking about, be patient and give us a few moments. Within a few short minutes, how we do this will become clear as day, and exciting as anything you've ever heard, imagined, and anything can possibly be. So hang on. Before focusing on revealing the step-by-step method of growing this solution to Unstoppable, though, let's first put the primary problem in proper perspective. Thankfully, this is also equally simple, age-old, and universally understood. Plainly put, the size and scope of resources in the hands of nefarious elite and controlling powers are too great to fight this battle on their terms. How then do we change the terms? We already have. Our visionaries and leaders, past and present, primarily with the word, truth, and communication, and now in the Linux, blockchain, open source, and technology communities, have shown us exactly how innovation, in combination with the incalculable power of communication, are our only real hope. Real hope. real possibility to unleash human potential and cast off the last of our chains remaining from all previous battles for freedom is in our hands. Our ancestors, generation after generation, have bled, died, and birthed this world we share, freer than ever before. But free we are not. Truer still, all this freedom we know could so easily be lost, will be lost, unless we too rise and fight. Real hope, a real chance, greater than ever before exists. Moreover, the weaponry of our enemy is extinct and powerless in the face of the true power of our open and free potentials, especially given our newest and freest tools and technologies. For those torn between tools, technology, nature, and what's right, remember, all tools can kill. All tools can build beauty, sustenance, and freedom. Everything we do, everything we are, is built, is building. Shelter, food, everything we are demands we work with nature's fruits. What's right is all in how we build, how we balance and wield our tools. So then, let's get right down to it. How specifically does the world of us, of especially you leaders, the Steemits, Minds, Gabs, and all the rest, successfully outcompete the likes of the famous FANG, Facebook, Apple, Netflix, and Google? Not to mention Twitter and so many more tools of control, monopoly, and degradation. Just imagine for a moment if all the best, to start even a portion of the brightest and freedom-loving among us, joined together, connecting our organizations and building a new set of protocols and networks. More on what we mean and how we do this in a moment. First, understand that if we could simply come together, even in formidable part to start, we could rebuild and reinforce the internet itself to ensure the capacity for the combined, full unleashing of our communicative power, which again, we'll come back to. To start with at a base level, this would mean the end of censorship and the control of these technologies and tools for evil. Even shutting the whole system down wouldn't and couldn't stop freedom from rising up, rebooting, and winning out. Google has by some counts 30 to 40,000 engineers working on just their search algorithm. No matter the exact numbers, how can any of us, even you largest leaders in open tech, compete alone as a single entity? You can't alone. We must join forces. United, we will stand and succeed. And divided, we will fail and fall. Bill Ottman from Minds speaks about this, telling Tucker Carlson, amongst others recently, that the solutions of the future are networks, more than single nodes, platforms, or solutions. Many of you leaders and others already understand this. However, we don't hear anyone talking about the real scale of connectedness needed, the real answer or evidence of any large global steps at play, the true methods and means of making these solutions a reality quickly. All of you, from tech and communicative leaders to basic internet users and average folks, think about Linux itself. Remember the early days of Wikipedia, and never forget Aaron Swartz's most famous legacy by way of the defeat of SOPA and PIPA. What are the common threads that made these movements victorious? Most important, we can add the visceral crescendo over the last 3 to 7 years, especially in the internet's ability to route around censorship and treat it like the malfunction it is, as John Gilmore so perfectly put it. This newfound, burgeoning power we here at Incite, ever so humbly named World Voice. A power as ancient as its essential definition, working together, but newly empowered, emboldened, defined, and named. World Voice is defined as humanity rising in relative unity, using principles that dissolve corruption, coercion, and crime. Now, imagine 300,000 to 400,000 engineers, a mere fraction of the best of us from around the world, writing code and collaborating in every spare moment, which connects all the best of the open and free web, which protects freedom and prevents censorship and subversion, or more on point, provides the opportunity in a continuous sense to evaluate, react, and disconnect nefarious nodes and elements. The truth is, we can and will easily gather more, many more. But to make the conversation and math easy as pie, not to mention the growing solution and weaponry of freedom, it takes but few of us to stand together and start the first truly global movement for freedom. Hopefully, all of you have seen the famous TED Talk, How to Start a Movement in Under 3 Minutes. If not, watch and learn, be inspired, and let's begin this open, inescapably viral, global dance to a better world. A link is in the description. Does this all sound a little too nebulous and ill-defined? I said it was simple, and it is. Easier said than done, as is life's rule, to be sure. The real trial will be in spreading the message. We need a message everyone can understand, believe in, share and spread, devote themselves to, and work towards together. Think of it as the biggest and most successful marketing campaign the world has ever seen. Marketing may be a dirty word, but again, tools are merely that. Understand that the rules and tools marketers use to spread profit and product-minded messages can and have also always been the very same tools we use to spread messages and action that bring hope, light, love, and freedom. Forget marketing though, for there's a much easier, simpler, and universally understood reality underneath it all. I'll ask you to imagine again. How can we possibly get the whole world of freedom-minded individuals to rise and stand together for the first time ever? What we need is a story, a rally cry, a horn heard round the world. Humbly as can be again, Incite has coined the term Magna Carta Unleashed. Whether it stands the test of time isn't important. It points to what we need. Humanity needs stories. They are the fuel of our hearts, minds, and souls. We run on narrative. The story we need now, freedom's story, is thankfully the most powerful of all stories, already running as the beating heart within all our best tales. It is the hero's journey. Yes, this is the same story at the heart of our new one too. The miraculous beauty of the hero's journey, and oh so necessary infinite power inside of it, its living reality, is that we all know this story. We love it, treasure it, live it, and hunger for it, down to our very core. It is always our favorite. Our bodies and hearts beat and perhaps are born of its truths. Our dreams, our very lives lived well, follow its arcs and ends in unique degree and direction. This story is us. It lives in every one of you. It is you. It is the story of human life, of human potential. It is the story of growth, teamwork, and redemption. The story of the courage it takes to face our greatest fears. The dragon that will surely come down from the sky and burn our village, our loved ones, and our entire world. It is the story of love, conquering over all that would destroy us. It is the story of how love brings us together, guiding within each one of us the only choice there is. The choice to choose the good, the harder road that's right, the love, and the light. I am a storyteller. There are so many better. Together, though, we must write a new tale. With title and slogans all can love, that will pull like magnets at the hearts of every human alive, focusing like lasers the efforts of which we speak. So simple, so within our reach. We said this would be easy. We said everything would become clear. At least to understand would be easy, and then the work and hero's journey will be, as always, wrought with pain and difficulty, failures and false ones. trials that stretch and strain us, and eventually, should we stay the course, triumph and freedom unleashed all around the world like never before. Magna Carta unleashing in its truest form. For are not our world leaders still above our laws? No one can deny it. No matter what you believe, what flag you fly, be it red and black, yellow and black, red alone, blue alone, the rainbow, or any combination of all the colors within it, or what politic to which you pray, listen hard and listen well, for make no mistake, whether left or right, all terms alike, we are the same. We want the same, to live well and free. The ends agreed, the methods and means murky indeed. A world where we all live by the same creed, transparent and clear. No powers but our peers to answer to and love. Is a world free like the dove, and is ours for the taking, but take it we must from those tyrants that thrust, thirsty for power, too great to wield for any single, then damned one of us. Systems and structures are necessary, yes, yet we need not rulers, only the rule we all know. Cause no harm, or ye shall pay. Fear is all that divides us. Fear of not living well, not being free. This fear being the very wedge and stake by which we're divided and stricken down. Fear not. Only that fear itself will destroy us, and only our faith in one another, in our redemption, teamwork, potential, and love will win the day. Eternal and everywhere, evidence and story of our unconquerable truth is there, shining through, an unquenchable bright in the dark, lighting the choice clearer and calling louder in your heart than all else. The story we all know, we all are. No matter propaganda's ever-present yet thin veneer of fear. Our light, sunlight, is always shining through. War is upon us. Come, let's rise to meet it, ready. Whether you agree it's time or not, there are more than enough of us who do, who see clearly it is time. The rest will, as always, celebrate alongside us when victory is ours. Many indeed joining our ranks in ever-increasing waves along the way, and like the best epic tales, arriving at the last moment from over the unexpected peak when needed the most to save the day. For those of us ready now, with the courage to journey together, a motley crew, married in mission, and a greater troop than any tale yet told, carrying our real world equivalent of Frodo's burden, each of us in our own way. The world's pain horror and evil to destroy it. Before it destroys us, our friends, family, freedoms, and future. To you, brothers and sisters, it is time. Rise. Rise like lions after slumber, in unvanquishable number. Shake your chains to earth like dew, which in sleep had fallen on you. Ye are many, they are few. Now is the time we must come together, stitching together our efforts into new networks and tools, truly unstoppable, uncensorable, and universal. The tools are in our hands. This has been an open message to the world, to you listening. It is a call of the wild and free, and a horn heard round the world, ringing and reverberating loudest in the ears, innards, and souls of all our heroes, with both the word and especially in the open and free tool yard. You know who you are, and ye are needed first to light the torches, spread the word, and build the machines of war. Whenever these words first strike your ear, we are here, and in the morrow's first light shall we meet, forging plans and paths to fight together forever, until our enemies bow to our might, breaking into dust, floating away in the light. See you there, brothers and sisters, and good night.